Hey, my name's Alan Bracken, and we're continuing the theme, extreme leadership. We've defined it as selfless, courageous influence that inspires lasting greatness in others. We've talked about self-leadership, influencing, and for the next 4 sessions, we're going to talk about equipping. What does it mean to equip? I was looking up the definition of equip, and it's just simply to prepare for whatever it is that we need to prepare for to get us ready. You know, I think that under self-leadership, obviously, we have to prepare ourselves. And under equipping, we have to go back and start there and understand that we can't give what we do not have. And it's important and necessary that we equip ourselves first before we can equip others. This word equipping has just been interesting to me because most people don't do it. They really do not know how to equip others well. Leaders have a hard time equipping others. Good leaders, just natural born leaders, don't even understand the importance and the value of it. So we're going to unpack that. We're going to talk about that. But I want to go back and start with us. What does it take? And I want to tell you a little bit about my journey in what it has taken for me to equip myself. You know, early on my journey of paving in my leadership career of running a construction company, I could see problems. I saw bad attitudes. I saw things that needed to be addressed just like anybody else could. However, I was not equipped. I was not prepared to address those problems. And it was not until I started growing personally that I was able to do something about the problems that I saw. I can remember starting out, I even had on my card, attitude's everything. So I saw the importance of attitude, but I did not know how to address attitude problems, how to talk about it in a candid, open way and communicate in such a way to help people on this journey of getting a better attitude or even understanding how to address it. So I was wanting to do it, but I didn't have the tools. I wasn't prepared. I wasn't equipped. And I find that the starting point for me has been to equip myself first, to get the right tools. I remember a story. I took a bus one time out west, and we had problems with the bus. We got to, I think is somewhere maybe Kansas City, and the flywheel started coming out of that bus, and I went back and looked at the flywheel, and the engine was in the back of the bus. Big engine, big diesel engine. Flywheel's coming loose. So we pulled over at a truck stop to the garage, and we said, "Can you help us fix this?" They said, "Well, it'll be 3 days." I said, "We don't have 3 days." So we went over to a little parking lot beside a gas station that had a wrecker, and I thought, well, we'll get that wrecker to back in and pull that transmission out. Oh, I'm not a mechanic. I'm a little bit mechanically inclined, but I never pulled a big transmission out. We pulled that transmission out and realized that 6 bolts held the flywheel on, and 5 of those bolts were broke. They were broke off in the crank. 1 bolt was holding that flywheel on. I took that off, and we didn't have the tools. We weren't prepared for this at all. But there was a Walmart close, and so we went down and bought a drill, easy outs to tap it out, and we drilled those bolts, tapped those bolts out to get them out of the crank so that we could put new bolts in and put the flywheel back on. Well, this was a big deal. We weren't prepared to do, but we got the tools necessary to do the job. And it would have been impossible to do the job without the necessary tools. Just the same way, it's impossible to equip others without the necessary tools. Without the proper training and equipping of ourselves, we don't have the vocabulary, we don't have the ability to help others. And here's what happened to me. When I got on the growth journey in 1999 and started learning and started equipping myself and had the vocabulary to equip others, I was able to communicate and talk in such a way that I was able to fix problems, bring solutions to problems. We talked in an earlier session about how anybody can point out a problem. It takes a leader. It takes preparation in order to solve those problems. And what I've learned about this equipping piece is it's very important for us to equip ourselves so that we can solve problems. And that starts with us. And it starts not just seeing the problem. What are we going to do to help the problem? And that takes self-equipping. The challenge question for this session is, how well are you prepared to equip? On a scale of 1 to 10, how well are you prepared to equip yourself and others? Equip yourself first so that you can equip others. But we're talking about preparedness to help others get prepared and be prepared to solve the problems. So think about that. What can you do specifically? When are you going to do it? Who are you going to do it with? And where are you going to prepare yourself so that you can equip the people, yourself and the people around you?